The Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
NFL, oh, I miss you so. NFL, when you left, it was a hole deep in my soul. Now it's home until the Super Bowl.
Hey YouTube, Sandyfrank here. This week's episode of Let's Have Some Football. We're going to be talking about the picks this week. I do want to clarify something. There was a question in the comments last week. There's 2 people. We're doing the knockout / survivor contest this year, and there's just 2 contestants. There's me versus Winto, and just to clarify the rules, you only have to pick one game. You don't have to pick all the games. So so week 3, Winto, tell me your one survivor / knockout pick, the one team you think is going to win. And just as also a reminder, you cannot use the same team more than once. So according to my records, you've used Tampa Bay Bucks and Baltimore Ravens. So all the other teams are available to pick except for the Thursday night game, which sucks because I actually was wanting to use this one as my knockout pick, but it's the Bills versus the Dolphins. There's going to be lots of people using knockout picks on this game. Bills should just absolutely crush the Dolphins. But, I can't make that, even though I'm filming this Thursday morning, I can't pick them. That game's off the table. So you have to pick games, the Sunday or Monday night games. So, just a little wrinkle because of these Thursday night games. So, I will go ahead and tell you my picks for the week, and then I will do my knockout / survivor official pick. And let's see, let's bring up the thing here. And here we go. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, and also just an update on my fantasy team. The Ravens had a big game, which usually means that I should win a game in Fantasy League if the Ravens have a big game, because I have a lot of the Ravens players in my lineup. But a lot of the touchdowns went to guys that don't usually score, and I didn't have in my lineup. And I ended up losing, barely lost, but I did lose, fair and square. And so I'm now 1-1. But this week, I'm pretty excited. We got the Ravens, my Ravens players there playing Monday night. I like it when I have a bunch of players on the last game, so you make a big comeback. Okay, so let's talk about the games. Last week, my picks last week didn't do as well in the fantasy league that I'm doing. I actually am now like 3 games back, so my picks were not very good last week. But my Survivor League pick, my knockout pick, did survive. The ones that I've picked so far have been Denver Broncos in week 1 and then the Baltimore Ravens in week 2. So I can't pick either one of those 2 teams for my knockout pick this week. And I cannot pick the Thursday night game. Okay, but I'll do my official knockout pick after these picks. So tonight, or actually it's tonight when I'm filming this, but it's last night when you are watching this video. The Dolphins at the Bills. I don't see the line right now is 11.5. The Bills are favored. I'm surprised it's that low. I don't bet money, of course. I only just pick games. But that would even be tempting to take the Bills with the 11.5 points. That's a huge spread in NFL. But the Bills, if the Bills lose this game, they're not only going to almost knock out, 80% of the people doing knockout leagues, but they're going to, it'll be one of the most head-scratching losses of all time. Bills have to win this game. All right, Packers at the Browns. This is another lopsided in terms of record. Packers are 2-0, Browns are 0-2. It's at Cleveland, though, so there's always that home field advantage possibility. But I think the Packers have looked really good the first 2 games, and I will go with the Packers in that one. The Colts at the Titans, another 2-0 versus 0-2 team. And again, I think the team that's 2-0 is going to win. I would go with the Colts over the Titans in that one. I think that's a pretty close game, though. Bengals at the Vikings. The Bengals somehow are 2-0. And this could be a very dangerous team, but they did lose Joe Burrow. That's a big bummer for them because they usually have to really bad starts and then get good as the season goes on. Well, now they've lost Burrow for quite some time, so we'll have to see if Browning, son of Mark Browning, will guide that team to victories. So the Bengals at the Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to win that one. The Vikings were pretty disappointing last week, but I think they bounce back in this game and win. Steelers at the Patriots. I'll have to admit, I thought the Steelers were pretty disappointing week 2. And I will go with the Patriots in this game, being at home. And actually Pittsburgh is favored, so I'm going against the odds on that one. The Rams at the Eagles. We have a clash of 2-0 teams, undefeated teams. Someone's going to come out of this game 3-0. Man, I really don't like the Eagles, especially after this last week. I'll talk more about this Chiefs-Eagles game here in a minute when we talk about the Chiefs. But I do think the Eagles will win that. It's in Philly. But I do think Philadelphia has a little bit of a problem. And we'll talk about it in here in a minute. Okay, so the Jets at the Bucks. I just don't think the Rams are going to win. The Jets at the Bucks. Another 0-2 against a 2-0. The Jets are 0-2. Have looked not very good. The Bucks have looked really good. They didn't look super great last week, but they did pull out the win. I will go Tampa Bay in this one. Pretty easy win for Tampa Bay. Raiders at the Commanders. I don't think the Raiders are for real. I mean, I think they're better than they were last year. I mean, they have to be better than they were last year, right? But I don't think they're going to beat the Commanders. I'm going to go Commanders in that game. And then the Falcons at the Panthers. Man, if this is your game that you have to watch in your TV market, I'm sorry. This is not going to be an exciting game. I guess you kind of watch 2 young quarterbacks go head-to-head. That could be interesting. That's about the only angle you can take with that game. If you're Fox. Falcons at Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to win. I said it. I'm going to go Panthers in that one. Texans at the Jaguars. Here we have the Texans are 0-2. They lost to Tampa Bay last week in kind of a surprising fashion. Now they go to Jacksonville, which Jacksonville's 1-1, but they don't seem like a really good team. But man, I think the Jacksonville will win this game. Just a gut feeling, and there's going to be a panic starting to set in Houston if that happens. Broncos at the Chargers. This is a great AFC West battle. Especially since it looks like the AFC West is kind of up for grabs right now. The winner of that game will probably be the front runner, I would guess. This is at Los Angeles, not San Diego. The Broncos at the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win that game. The Broncos, I think, are a different animal at home. They're still a Bronco, but they're just a different kind of Bronco. And more like Lucifer. But the on the road, they're more like the My Little Pony. And I think the Chargers will win that. So Saints at the Seahawks. Saints, it's between the Saints and the Jets and the Dolphins to me as who's the worst team in football. And I have to think Sam Darnold is going to be good enough to defeat the Saints. Hold on, okay. So I'm going to go with Seattle in that game. The Cowboys at the Bears. Boy, that's a tough one. The Bears are 0-2 and have not looked very impressive, despite supposedly having this much better offense. Cowboys have scored a lot, but man, they scare me as a road team. But I'm going to pick Cowboys. Cardinals at the 49ers. This is a battle of two undefeated teams, both 2-0. I think I'm going to go 49ers. I just don't believe in Arizona as a dangerous road team. Like, I can't see them going into San Francisco, undefeated San Francisco, and beating them. It could happen. The Chiefs at the Giants. Well, I'm going to skip that for now. That's the Sunday night game. Let's go to the Monday night game. Lions at Ravens. Wow, that's a great matchup. That's a great game for Monday night. That could be one of the highest scoring games of the year on paper. I mean, they're two of the highest scoring teams in football right now. I think the Ravens will win, but it's going to be an entertaining game. I'll just say that. All right, the Chiefs at the Giants. And by the way, one of those teams is going to be 1-2, which is really shocking. You wouldn't have thought either one of those teams are possibly 1-2 teams as good as they've looked. One's going to be 2-1. One's going to be 1-2. All right, Chiefs at the Giants. This is a battle of two 0-2 teams. I think the Giants aren't as bad as they've looked, and I definitely think the Chiefs aren't as bad as an 0-2 team. But they're definitely not the same Chiefs team. I have to painfully admit that. But I saw lots of improvement in this second game for the Chiefs. The offensive line was actually a strength in this game, and I haven't been able to say that for a long time. This game last week against the Eagles, it was decided by one play. And if you watch the game, you know what play I'm talking about. It's the Chiefs put together a monster drive. It was the perfect game plan to use against the Eagles. It was approaching 15-minute drive. Not 15 minute, 15 play drive. I don't think it was 15 minutes, but it might have been 15-minute drive. It was a monster drive, man. Just mowing the clock, wearing out the Eagles defense. And it was power football against a power football team. Our supposed weak offensive line against their mega defensive line, and they were beating them. And then they get to the goal. Beautiful play call. Mahomes to the Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer. Mahomes to Travis Kelce. And Kelce couldn't hold on to it. It goes out of his hands into the hands of a waiting Eagle defender. And that was a 14-point turnaround. And it was a devastating blow. You cannot. It led to a 14. It wasn't a pick six. But it, in essence, was a 14-point turnaround. Because we were about to score a touchdown and take the lead. Instead, we get 0 on that monster drive. And they go and take another long drive and go down and punch it in. So yes, they made the plays to win that game. I hate the tush push. It's going to get outlawed. They're getting away with cheating in these scrums. It was kind of exposed, I think, in that game. The refs cannot see what's going on at the line of scrimmage with this formation. That formation is doomed, guys. If you're an Eagles fan, it's not going to be around much longer. They are going to fix that basically cheat code that the Eagles have come up with. And the refs can't see the ball. They can't see what's going on at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles are clearly false starting in this formation, and the refs can't see it. The formation is done. I don't know how long they can keep doing it, but it's on life support now. I don't think that play is going to be allowed much longer. And then it's going to be a different situation with the Eagles, I think. But they did win. They won the game. Yeah, they used their little cheaty play about 10 times that game, it seemed like. And we were one play away from beating that team, because the Eagles were not going to come back if Kelsey would have scored that touchdown. It was not going to happen. Anyway, enough blabbering about that game. Chiefs at the Giants. Chiefs are going to win this game, or it's going to be pandemonium, panic time in Kansas City. That's all I can say. Chiefs really need to win that game. I mean, you have Mahomes. It's not going to be panicking, but it's going to be really tough to win that division starting at 0-3 if you cannot win this game at the Giants. All right, my official knockout/Survivor League pick, it would have been the Bills, but I cannot pick that game since it's this game is happening tonight before I post this video. So my knockout pick is going to be the Seattle Seahawks, the Seabags, against the Saints. There's my official pick. I don't see a lot of times where I could use the Seahawks in this contest, so I'm going to use them this week. I think they beat the Saints. And then Winto, put down in your comments below your one pick, your one knockout/Survivor League pick, and we will see if we both survive or if this oh, by the way, the winner gets this box, which has an autograph, one autograph per box on average. So it could have more than one auto, technically. But Wild Card Illumination, the premium edition. So winner gets that box. And Winto, if you win, let me know if you want to open it on the channel or just send it to you sealed. Let me know. All right, thanks for watching. Let's have some football. Go Chiefs. Please go Chiefs.